What is up, guys? Today on the Producer Pod, we are joined with a special guest who you may have never seen before, unless you have seen 3 other episodes that he has been on. We got Chase Sevens. Sevens?
No.
Chase Seven. It's not S. So Cole Stevens. See, I work with an artist, Cole Stevens, and it's got the S at the end.
No one's ever made that mistake.
Yeah.
Chase Sevens.
Chase Sevens. Today on the Producer Pod. Today, hey, hello. What's up, guys? Hey. Hello, my name is Rivas, and today on the Producer Pod, we have a special guest. We have Cole Stevens.
No. Wrong again.
Oh, damn it. All right, let me try this again. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? My name is Rivas, and today on the Producer Pod, we have a special guest, Chase Sevens. Chase.
I was gonna say it.
Okay. What's up? What is up, guys? My name is Rivas Ordway, and today on the podcast we have a special guest.
Belinda. No.
Yeah. Did you
Chase
forget?
Sevens.
Yeah. Did you forget your name? The majority of the podcast is just us trying to remember who we are.
Tune in next week as we try to remember where we are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, so good morning, guys.
I can't.
This is going to be the podcast.
We just fumbled the intro. Let's just fuck
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah, exactly. What's been good? It's been 2 years since the last episode.
Has it?
I think so. Like,
Oh.
literally, I stopped April. My last guest was Lico, this producer that was from the area, the DMV. And you were on the first episodes, which we got a little bit of a following based off of an alternative motive. I guess the audience likes something else.
We should keep them in mind here.
Yeah, so apparently our feet were a talking point. Yeah, we became all right. So who's watching this anyway?
Everybody
Yeah,
now.
yeah, okay. All right, but for people that don't
My
know
feet
you,
are cold. I should warm them on the fire.
oh yeah, oh no, Cole Steven. Cole Steven lights himself on fire on podcast.
Not even. No.
Chase 7, yeah. Chase 7 turns to Chase 6. Burn himself
Damn.
alive, crisp,
Okay.
nice and crispy.
Crispy.
But yeah, for those that don't know you, what is something that people could kind of be like, okay, I'm going to listen to this podcast because this guy has something going for him.
Nothing.
Okay, you guys should just turn it off.
There's nothing.
Turn it off.
The end. Thanks for joining us,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. He's
no,
actually a homeless guy I met on the
Yeah.
street.
I don't know. This feels relevant. I have 2 songs coming out this Friday.
So he's an artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention.
All right, I
Yeah.
guess, it's the Producer Pod, so the majority of the people that are on here have some artist background.
Last time I was on this podcast, I had never released a song. And now I have released a song, 1 single song in 2 years, which is a problem probably. But
some songs
but there
take
are
a while.
2 more coming in a couple days. So
That's what's up. So it sounds like you have kind of like this rollout. You're going to be releasing a lot of new music this year?
well, so I have all this music made that I finished years ago, never put out. So I sort of made a promise to myself last year, every year on my birthday, I'm going to put out a song if I haven't done anything in the year prior, like just to force myself to do it. So last year I put out a song called Dope, and this year I'm putting out 2 more on my birthday again. So it's a year apart. Yeah, I have a lot of music, but I'm only just starting to put it out after doing this for almost 10 years. So it's scary and exciting. I finally feel like I have music that I feel genuinely proud of. I feel like I found my sound. So I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I have like 50 songs finished, mixed, mastered that I never put out. So before I put out the stuff that I feel like is actually like strong, that is like commercially viable, that is like my sound. Before I do that, I need to make sure all that time and money wasn't for nothing. I have to do something with this older music. So I'm picking the highlights and putting those out before I really go all in. The one coming out this Friday is a double single. It's two songs. One is like a rock song, and the other is more of a pop song. I sort of like, I don't know, like I've sort of made black and white my thing. Like it's all I'm ever wearing and so on. So this single has like a darker song and then a lighter song. And even on the single cover, one of them is in black and the other's in white. So like it's just sort of like contrasting vibes here. These songs are both written about the same thing, different points of the same thing. Basically, you know, I went through a breakup. We've all been there. When it started out, I was like really angry, and I wrote the first song. Like a year later or so, I was feeling I had moved on a little more, and I was feeling less mad about it and more like retrospective. And so I wrote the second song. It's a more positive vibe, you know.
Okay.
So just like a journey through that whole emotional experience.
What's the name of this song?
There's Back of Your Head, and then Always Be There.
So when we first met, like 2 years ago, that was kind of the vibe I had, was like this really cool underground pop, bubble pop vibe that you just kind of like, you're just so comfortable with what you got going on, and you want to like just put that in the music, and you have like very interesting, catchy hooks and like a soothing voice. So it was super inspiring to me, and so that's why it like makes sense with all the music that even we're making together. So like that's exciting, because it's just, I think that you are this undiscovered gem that just is just waiting to just be,
That's funny because I've thought
found.
the same thing about you ever since I heard your music.
Really?
Like I feel like this guy is going places,
Heck yeah. I
and if he's
appreciate
not,
that.
he should.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that majority of the time we doubt ourselves as artists, and it's like we overthink. Like I listened back even 2 years ago to some of the podcasts that I was doing or working on, like certain projects I was working on, and it just kind of reminds me that you may think that you might like not know what you're doing, but you just have to trust in that your abilities, and it's going to come out. Like some certain things aren't going to be like your best, but it's just like what you're going through at that moment is more powerful than you think,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, because we think that like in a way, so like art, being a producer and an artist, it's like feel like you're so special that people should see, see what you're going through, but then you also are so scared to show that certain vulnerable sides of you because you're scared of what people are going to think.
hmm,
So it's like trying to find that balance of like the confidence to like put yourself out there and be like, yeah, I said that. That's who I am. With this is the type of music that's representing me, versus I'm scared to release the next song because it's not going to be the same exact vibe that you just heard. Like you're
yeah.
going to see more of me. So it's like this ongoing story. You have to feel comfortable with every single, like you always have to just check in with yourself and just be like, am I taking the right step? What's the next step? As a producer now, I'm just releasing new music every single week, literally every week. But for an artist like you, that haven't released anything, what's your thought process on when you're going to release, what you're going to release? Because you have so much music that
I
people
do.
haven't heard.
I struggle with that still. I don't know. Um, Part of me thinks I shouldn't be putting out my older music. I should just like start, because like you only get one first impression, and I should start with the newer stuff that I feel more strongly about. Um, and then, but part of me is like, I don't know, maybe people would like to see the growth, the journey. So I don't know. I'm constantly trying to figure out. I don't think there's any right way to do it. I
Mm.
think you just have to do it. And part of why I'm putting out the older stuff now is because like I just want to learn the process, like in terms of like promoting, licensing, like trying to get on like playlist um, placement and so on.
Yeah, I could hear you on like Love Island or Love is Blind or something like that. I think that'd be cool. Do you think Love is Blind?
Uh, yes.
You do?
No.
Okay. All right, moving on. All right. No, it is something when you get to know someone, when you're just getting to know somebody, it's like that thought that's kind of creeping in the back of your head. It's like, could I see this person long term? Am I imposing a perspective of what I think that they're like based off of what I'm getting to know right now? It's like, how can you make that journey of getting to know somebody so like unfiltered? It's where you get to see the real version of that person, where you're actually able to fall in love with that person rather than just the idea of what you wanted. So it's like that's kind of the contrast of being blind to your prejudgment to allow what energy you're feeling to actually dictate your the trajectory of your relationship.
Hmm. I love that.
Have you been watching any of like the Love is Blind or anything like that?
I've not watched it at all. I don't even know what it is, to be honest.
Love is Blind?
Is it like a reality show
Yeah, it's like the
where they
best thing ever.
where they get like matched up but they can't see each other? I would
It's just
assume.
like blind dating without even seeing the person, and then they have to get engaged in 3 days.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds
contractually.
irresponsible, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They get love bombed. It's just people love bombing each other in a very toxic setting where they don't even see each other, but they are all desperate and they all want something.
Sounds great. Sign me up.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't think I think it just creates so much trauma in your life. And then you're blasted on national television. So that everyone sees your inner, how you fall in love with somebody or like the flaws that you have in relationships. It's extremely exposing. But I spend majority of the time while I'm watching it Shazamming, just like what is this song?
Yeah,
What is this song?
really?
How to get placed? Yeah, because it's just so pop, and I really like because it's actually simple. Like it sounds simple, and it's actually just talking about what they're going through. Like
What can you name any of the artists that their songs are
that's the
on the
thing
show?
is that like they're very unknown artists. They're not that
Okay,
big, and
okay,
so
okay.
that's why I'm like, oh, these are easy. Like if we just had the right context.
I notice that often on shows, like TV shows, when I hear a song, I like I'll Shazam it, and I've never heard of the artist. Like, I feel like I actually know this for a fact. Like, people will search out unknown artists because they would like to be the one that breaks them. You know.
Yeah. And then they started doing live performances on Love Is Blind.
Wait,
So
really?
yeah, with like
Huh.
the unknown artists are now performing live. It's like becoming the reunion show is now becoming like a reality. It's like a talk show turned into live performance. So actually, I would love to turn this show into that, like where it's kind of like we're just chatting, talking about whatever is relevant and whatever we're going through, and
And
then
then
the
we
live
break out into
performance.
song.
Yeah, then we just all start singing.
Yeah.
I'll beatbox, you sing, and we just come up with something right on the spot.
Oh,
Oh, we have a visitor,
oh, a guest.
a special appearance. Katniss.
Come here. Come here.
Yeah, boy.
Baby, Katniss, come here.
Where's me kitty? She'll come. She'll come. She needs to do her rounds first.
Yeah, gotta check everything out.
Yep. She actually is security.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she's just making sure the premises is safe.
I feel safe
Yeah,
now.
like I mean, she still needs to do a few more checks. She needs
Yeah,
to rub her cheeks on all of the corners.
just to really make sure.
Yeah, like her scent is actually what's gonna keep the thieves,
Gotcha.
the perpetrators from entering our premises.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Someone, you know what? It's funny. I was at the gym today and I was in the sauna, and I haven't seen this guy. I call him Captain Underpants because that's just like the shape of his body. I don't know if you ever seen. I don't know if you've ever seen Captain Underpants.
He's like egg shaped.
Yes, yeah, and he always wears really high shorts, so it's just like it looks like a little diaper, and I can imagine the cape on him. But anyway, he says that he's watching the podcast. And that he started talking like,
Hi, Captain Underpants.
yeah, I guess he's gonna watch this maybe,
Yeah,
but it'd be
damn.
funny.
Oh
But he's a
God.
cool guy. He's a cool guy. He does flooring, amazing job. Yeah,
You're calling him out right
he's a
now.
cool guy. But
Okay,
anyway,
okay, okay.
what he was saying is he was just being like extra articulate. And I was like, wow, dude, I didn't know you talk like this. We've known each other for a while. I haven't seen you for a while. But he's like, yeah, ever since I saw your podcast, I'm realizing that I need to use bigger words in order to seem like I'm smarter.
That's a compliment.
Yeah. But I thought it was really funny because it's not like I try to find bigger words. It's just like funny, just funnier words to say that are more like longer. I like longer words.
Funny words that are more longer.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, so when we're songwriting, like I had a songwriting session when I was in Miami doing the Hanging Bar, but I had like a day off, and I had this artist. We rented a studio, and we were just writing on the spot, and it was really interesting to see how we would try to come up with an idea. So I would like come up with the beat. I'll just like make a really cool bass line and a drum, and then I like look at her and I said, we should make something that's kind of got this woke sound. Like, what is a woke sound?
What is a woke sound?
Yeah. So I was like, let's make something woke. So it's like, okay, the message needs to be woke. So what kind of woke message would it be? It's like, what is time? Time is a construct. We're all living in this, curated experience that we're like able to redefine ourselves right now, but we're stuck in these social norms. So it's like, how can we illustrate that and put that into music? It has this like really cool retro, like we're stuck in time until mankind flatlines.
Kind of reminds me of our
Huh?
of a song we made. You Can't Save Me Now.
What song was that?
You can't save me now.
Yeah, run away now.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So it has that same, like we're in this simulation and we're all trying to like escape. It's like, how do we do that? And I think that that's kind of like what is a relief now, is like thinking, how can we disconnect from our phones? How can we disconnect from like social media? It's like detox. I think that's like the next wave. It's like less engaging. Yeah, exactly. Like trying to be more in the present. And I think that that's kind of where things are shifting. I like messages, like especially in music, where it has more of like the current reality of what people are going through in a sense, or just like have something thoughtful, a thoughtful message.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you? What's your like songwriting process right now?
I just I don't know. I don't really have a process. There's so many different ways that I write songs. Sometimes I hear even just a single word that I like, that I want to use, and I'll I'll go from there. I'll think of how can I fit that in, what story can I tell using that word, and yeah, and then I'll write a whole song based on whatever concept I come up with. Sometimes it's based on the vibe I'm getting from the beat, like with Hypnotic. When you first played me the beat, like I don't know, the lyrics just came to me somehow, just based on the vibe of the song.
Mm.
It just felt right. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, it's like what like a certain vibe of a song will just start making you say.
Yeah.
It's like a certain sound just makes you start thinking of those words that associate with that feeling, which is so interesting. It's like, where does that come from? It's like, that's why I think a lot of creativity just gets channeled through you. And anytime that you just sit down, there's an opportunity, like sit down in front of a piano, or like you're about to write something, or just having that thought, like being mindful that, okay, right now I'm going to create, that there are just so many endless opportunities that just channel through you at that moment, which is like, where is my mind going to go? And it's going to be somewhere you don't even think.
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about it. So that's why it's like you can overthink creating, but you got to just let it happen. Let creativity just come through you. That's why
Yeah.
I try to like write down ideas in my notes, or I have voice memos of like random things. Like
Yeah.
I have $1 million idea in my head, like right now. Quickly, I gotta say it. Boop,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now I don't have to think about it anymore.
I've been there. When you start writing a song, there are like there's no real set way to do it. Every time like feels completely different. Um, uh, like sometimes I'll just have it come to me out of nowhere. Sometimes it'll be based on a current life event that I'm thinking about or or stressing about. Sometimes I've even come up with melodies and lyrics in a dream and woken up and had to like record it real quick in my phone
Mm,
before it like goes away. Like I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's inside of me and it just comes out sometimes. But
mm,
then there are times where where I'm in the studio trying to write and I can't, and it's just nothing. No matter what I do, I can't seem to find any inspiration. I don't find it. So far, I haven't noticed there's any way out of that except to wait
mm.
or go to sleep.
3 to
Try
5
again the
business
next day.
days for it to
Yeah,
like idea
yeah.
to finally come back. What about Faceless God, the song that we were working on? That I sent you this really cool
It's
dark.
called Off Track.
Okay, so that's the difference. So like when I was making it, and then I heard your demo that you sent, I'm thinking Faceless God. It has this like very 4 different personalities are all coming together, and it's just like the dark, the light, the evil. Like it has the good and the evil. So it's like that's what I get from it. So
I really loved when you told me that for the first time because I didn't realize I was doing that. I didn't realize I was singing it in so many different ways in the same song.
yeah.
But yeah, once you brought up that concept, it sort of made sense. Like every verse sort of does have a different tone at the very least. I don't really have to try. Like I've been like writing music since I was like a child, so it's just like second nature at this point, kind of.
Hmm. What do you think about all of the remakes of the old songs that are coming out now? Like the Blue Da Da Dee Da Da Da. That's like David Guetta just remade
And
that song.
BB Rexa.
And BB Rexa, she's doing so much EDM and house music now.
We love BB Rexa.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
amazing. But what do you think about that? Like just the reinterpretation of old songs. Do you think it's because they're so iconic and classic that they're trying to expose that to a newer generation?
Well, I think it's partly that, sure, but it's like people hear it and they already know it, like, and they already like it.
Mm,
So you're sort of starting halfway to the finish line um,
mm.
in that sense.
I think it's also interesting because when I listen to the sounds, I'm like, they haven't invented anything here, and they're just using kind of the M1 Korg piano, uh, piano 16 preset,
Hmm.
and they just have a little delay on it. And I just think to myself, like, this is a really cheap sound. It's like when I was starting to get into certain house music too, with the 909s and like the drum machine, I was thinking like, there's that like it doesn't sound great for me. Like even the tech house sounds with those snares, the buildups, and like even the
Hmm.
kick. I never. It took me years to develop the ear to realize they're capturing a whole time period when that's what those were the current sounds back then, and that's what makes the music now feel so classic because they're using the sounds that were invented back then.
Do you ever find yourself listening to like older music?
Yeah, Ali Green right now. I want to remix his some of his songs right now.
Uh,
Oh
in
no, Al
process.
Green. Sorry, Al Green. Al Green is amazing. You know the song?
I've heard this.
Yeah, we can't play copyrighted
Oh
music.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably not going to be the
You're gonna have
best.
to cut that out.
Yeah, probably it was just 2 seconds, but there's so much awesome vibe. Like even just like how the sounds were recorded, and you can just tell that it's just so deteriorated. Like like it's just so flat, and it's not sparkly. There's no like the EQ isn't that great. It's just like a snare in a room.
Yeah.
And that's great. I love that sound.
Yeah.
It's bringing back the nature of that vintage, like the tape, the warm sound. It's like there's something being really captured that's timeless with that, where it's just it doesn't sound processed as much. I'm sure it is, but
Yeah.
I love that vibe too. It's just so soothing to the ears. So,
Yeah.
what about you? Like, what is there anything that you've been listening to that's kind of
I've been
interesting?
listening to one artist on repeat lately. Um, Her name is Cece Natalie.
Oh, is that the song that you showed me that
Oh,
one day?
I may have probably, yeah. I don't know what it is about her music. Like she's just this like 19-year-old kid that makes music on her laptop, like in her mom's house, and like it's not like really high budget. You can tell by listening to some of it that it's not like like slickly produced, but there's something about it that is like hypnotizing to me.
Mm,
I've been like completely enamored with her album. So that I've also been listening to a lot of Romanian house music.
what's that? Is that
Um,
like Euro House?
Kind of, yeah, yeah, yeah.
House
But
music.
house music from Romania has its own sort of vibe. I think it's called popcorn house is the genre that they call it. But it originated in Romania. Artists like Ina, Accent, Alexandra Stan,
Interesting.
yeah, and Edward Maya. Like the song "Stereo Love."
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds familiar.
It has the accordions in it. I don't know. You would totally recognize it the second you heard the intro.
Mm.
But yeah, that is a Romanian house song.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, play it, play it.
Let's see.
Just
Yeah,
listen
well,
the first couple seconds. I know you'll know
we
it.
we need to have a quick feet break to give the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
give
All right.
the viewers what
Just,
they want
just gonna.
while I
Yeah.
stereo.
Usually people have to pay me for foot videos.
This one? Oh, na 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 na.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. That accordion melody is so iconic.
But but they do that a lot in Romanian house music. Look up "Desert Rain" by the same artist, Edward Maya.
Let's see.
You only have to hear the first couple seconds.
Desert Rain. Hey, Candice. Desert Rain. This one?
Yeah, like they just
Oh,
find like an interesting like sounding instrument, and then yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah.
What is that sound?
I don't know what that is.
It
I
sounds like a flute.
I think it's no. I think I actually looked at it's like a Chinese flute or something like that.
Yeah, it definitely sounds Asian. I like that a lot too.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still so many more genres for even the United States to get into. Like we're still branching out. Like I think now Indian music is becoming a little bit more prevalent, starting to be more aware of like Indian culture.
Have you ever listened to any Bollywood songs?
Not really. Uh Not really. No, I haven't.
Got to turn you on to some of them.
I'm not too much of a fan of like that that genre, but there's probably some gems in there that I'd be willing
Trust.
to
Yeah.
to check out.
Yeah.
But I feel like even so, like the genres, so it's finally UK bass is starting to get really big here. Um,
Garage too.
yeah, garage music, like certain house, like a lot of different forms of house are becoming bigger and bigger in the United States. But it just shows that we're so kind of close. Like it's like there's so many different genres, and the scales can vary like a lot because world music is way ahead of American music. Like
Mhm.
that there is so many vibes that have been undiscovered. Like we still could make cross this with this and this and this. Like there's actually this AI website where you can pretty much type in the genre and then you can mix the genres and it'll make a song based off of those two genres. So it's kind of interesting to see them, fight each other, but in a harmonic way. Like, let's see, what would be like Billy Goat rap music?
What?
See, like something that's completely opposite, like it's just different. Maybe it'd be like a Billy Goat rapping, but then it'd be hardcore Billy Goat rap music.
What's a Billy Goat?
It's just a goat.
It's just a goat. I cannot. I just imagine a goat at in the studio.
It's just
No.
just hardcore.
Billy Goat rap music.
Yeah,
I mean,
Billie Eilish. Yeah, Billie Eyelash. That'll be the goat's name, Billie Eyelash.
God.
Billie.
No. No.
Don't knock until you listen to it. All right, look.
Billy Goat.
Billy Goat.
It's not a genre.
It can be. If it's not, then I'm gonna create it. It'll be the next thing
Oh,
I'll focus
gosh.
on. I'm sure there's artists that go on huge journeys to discover whole new different types of sounds. They probably meet the creators of those VSTs that we use all the time, really trying to get behind the mind of like the creative process, like Virtual Riot and Skrillex. I'm sure they.
I'm seeing Virtual Riot.
When?
I don't remember the date, but I just bought the ticket. So
Oh, nice.
so I'm going. I am excited.
That's awesome. That's all. I was actually trying to like. I didn't want to cut you off, but did you listen to Skrillex's new album?
Didn't he put out 2?
It was a 36 song. Each song was pretty much 30 seconds long, or like it was so interesting because it was just like random snippets of drops that he probably
I'm
uses in
thinking
his
of the
live
album with the
sets.
porcupine on the cover.
No,
It's
he
not
made
that.
another. He just released another
Like
album.
recently?
And it's so cool because it's like curated by like this voice that's like, um, where'd you find this? Where'd you find this? Like
No.
that kind of, yeah, that's pretty much what's curating it.
Is
And
it called Fuck You Skrillex? You think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not?
yes, and I think it's a genius. It's pretty much a mixtape of just all these drops and different vibes that he's been working on for a while, and he's just releasing as much music as possible. But what I love about it, just random moments where he's like, "Smoking is bad for you, especially when it's your skin." It's just like and then a drop, poof, poof, poof. It's like crazy, crazy warping sounds, and
This is crazy. How have I not
I
heard
literally
this?
I've been listening to it nonstop, like over and over again.
Really?
And it's
Okay.
so funny because it's just the narrated. It's narrated in such a funny way.
I'm gonna play it on my drive home.
It's kind of like a troll. Like I think he really trolled people with this album. Like I think this is going to
I
be
love that.
pivoting into a whole nother like not caring about what people think albums, where people just like
So the
release
songs
30
are like
songs.
really short.
Yeah, like
Okay.
30-second snippets of like a drop, and
That's
then
that girl CC Natalie that I brought up. A lot of her songs are like a minute or less. Like the songs yeah that I've been listening to. There's this one I really love called My Antics, and it's less than 30 seconds long, but it's such a banger.
it just makes me think I have so much music that are just little snippets, 30 seconds. I could just put them all together and just put them next to certain songs that have similar keys, so it just feels seamless when they're going to the next song.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. Like, why am I not doing that? Like, we gotta just release music nonstop. That's why I've been releasing a new song every single week, just because it's just why not?
Mm-hmm.
I might if I die tomorrow. I mean, unless someone has access to my laptop.
I think about that all the time. Like, what if I die in a car crash driving home from here
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't
tonight?
happen.
Like, who's gonna put out my music?
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it.
Katniss.
Katniss will do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, like that's the thing. It's like just release it. Just put it out there, see what happens. It's like we overthink it. Stop overthinking it. It's not gonna get any better. Like it's the same way. It's just like the amount of time that I was like, should we put that blanket over there or over here? And or like, and you're like, it doesn't matter. It's like it
Yeah.
really is the small things that we overthink as just artists and creative people. For us, it matters, but for the majority of the public, it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, just the amount of time. Sorry, I'm yawning. The amount of time I've spent like ironing out the little details in songs, like EQs or like timing or tuning and the stuff that nobody would notice except
Yeah,
me. Like the tuning of a um of a hard left double that's already like turned down all the way,
yeah,
like almost. Like I don't know. Like I'm crazy about it.
yeah. Like in one of the songs, Skrillex, like it was just like a random break beat part, and then all of a sudden you hear this like snare, and then the commentator goes, "That snare took 2 years to make."
What? I
Yeah,
have to listen to this now.
yeah. It's so funny. It's so ridiculous, but it's that's what I'm saying. It's like a troll song, a troll album because it's just random moments. He's just like, "What do I?" There's no vocal on here, but let me just say like, "Pooping is fun."
Is there vocal on the album?
Yeah, certain parts, obviously, but
Okay.
it's mostly just the guy talking and it's
I
like
cannot
random.
wait to hear what
Damn,
the hell
son.
this is
Yeah.
because I have no idea what you're talking
And it
about.
has just such interesting sounds too, the layering and the intricate, like random fart sounds.
No,
I'm not
not the
kidding.
fart
No,
sounds.
but you know what I mean? Just like just like random
Yeah,
like things that just you don't know what it is, and it's just low end. There's a lot of low end going on.
it's just a fart.
But they, you know, I read somewhere on like Facebook or something where they were talking about how they mixed the album and that they used a lot of warm tones and they cut a lot of the high end from most of the sounds so the drums really peak out and that majority of like what Skrillex has done is just already paved the way for how things are mixed and like what people.
What, you heard the people who mixed the Skrillex album talking about it?
So it's like people's observations of
Oh,
the
okay,
you know
okay,
like
okay.
really experienced mixing engineers
Yeah.
saying, you know, because he kind of forges the path of like the direction of how music should be like other EDM should be mixed or like sounds good. So
Hmm.
he has such a amazing curated taste that people will think, oh, we should start doing it like this because that's how it made it. It sounds so good. So he's like a frequency scientist and he does all the experimentation and we learn a lot from like him releasing music. So one of the observations were the snares and like the percussive elements had more of the high end information and the all the other stuff has kind of more of a dark warm low cut um, vibe, you know, cutting the kind of 10K, you know, to 20 and then it has more space. That's kind of like already what's been, you know, in a lot of future bass and like Millennium does that like in order for his like rock stuff. And he kind of low cuts the super saws and he has like more of the drums poking out, but you hear it a lot, especially in the album, the new Skrillex album, which I think is just an interesting perspective. Just like,
Fuck you, Skrillex. You think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not.
yeah, so that's an album you should definitely check out. Um,
How have I not heard about it? Is the thing. Yeah, I know. I'm definitely very curious now.
yeah, so I would say so what's something on the horizon that you'd want people to kind of stay tuned for?
Hypnotic, my song with Rivas Ordway, dropping soon.
Yes, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I think it's a banger.
Made so many different versions of it, and then we
Yeah,
finally agreed on one, and I think it is super dope. It's
yeah,
got such a hypnotic vibe,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
why it makes
Mhm.
sense for it to be hypnotic. I think it's a club banger.
It really is.
So that'll be out pretty soon, and
I also have well, I don't know. I'm always working on new music with like so many different people at all times. But Yeah, I have that other song, I Don't Want to Waste My Time, coming out
Mhm.
with my friend Josh D. And
That I also produced.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did did I not mention that? But uh, so much
Yeah,
on the
that's a
horizon.
super
Yeah.
sick song too.
Stay tuned. Big things coming.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being the first in 2 years to be back on the podcast and strutting your stuff. And I'm excited to see how people respond to the new music. And honestly, it's amazing. Like, I can't wait for it to be out because it's just when we create it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just light that just needs to be released. And so I can't wait for people to hear it. So stay tuned for that. I'm releasing new music every single week. So who knows what song I'm gonna be releasing next week, this week. I'll just go through the list of songs and be like, all right, this one. And I'll just throw it in there. Because it's just,
Okay.
yeah, I just have years and years of.
You do have it. You certainly have enough. Yeah.
So I'm just not overthinking it anymore. This one's coming out. This is coming out.
Mhm.
And then of course the ones that are like, there's a lot of intention with them and being like, okay, let's actually release this as like a single, for a potential EP or an album. So yeah, more to come. I appreciate you being on the podcast, Chase.
Thanks.
Yeah, Katniss, thank you so much for lending your hospitality and your safety.
With the guest of honor. Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
keeping us safe one cuddle at a time. But yeah, hopefully the cameras are still on. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
You can't save me.